You are listening to The Pause. One more question.
If it's not yours, why protect it?
It sounds so simple, doesn't it? But if you actually let that land, it's not simple at all.
So we're looking at a text today. It's titled The Architecture of Inherited Identity. And really, it's just a series of provocations.
Questions.
Yeah, questions designed to dismantle the stories we tell ourselves. It starts with just 3 short bursts. That opinion, that belief, that identity.
It points at them like they're objects.
Exactly. Things on a shelf. Things you have, but that aren't you.
Mm.
And then it asks the question that, I have to admit, feels a bit insulting right away. Where did it begin? Did you examine it or inherit it?
Why does that feel insulting to you?
Well, because it implies I'm just a machine. That my convictions, the things I argue for, the principles I live by, it implies they're just accidental, like catching a cold.
And you feel that you constructed them?
Yes. I work on my opinions. I read. I look at evidence. I don't just inherit them.
And that's the standard defense, isn't it? We all see ourselves as architects. Right.
We think we drew the blueprints, poured the foundation, and built this house of self brick by brick. But the text is asking you to look at the timeline.
A timeline? What do you mean?
Think about your most basic beliefs. Right and wrong. Justice. Authority. Did you choose them? Or were they installed? Before you could even choose.
I mean, as a kid, of course.
Yeah.
You believe what your parents tell you.
Yeah.
It's survival.
Exactly. You wake up inside a house that is already built. The walls are painted. The furniture's arranged. You learn this is who we are.
And those people over there are wrong.
You didn't build it. You just moved in.
Okay, but I'm an adult. I've renovated. I've thrown out some of that old furniture.
Have you? Or did you just move into a different house down the street, one that your friends built?
Yeah.
It's rare, very rare, for someone to walk out into an empty field and build from scratch. Usually we just swap one pre-built identity for another.
Why, though? Why do we do that?
Because it's exhausting not to. It's biologically expensive. To actually examine a core belief, to check the foundations, that burns energy. It creates dissonance. It physically hurts.
So we take the shortcut.
We take the inheritance. It's free. It comes with a tribe. Inheriting is passive. Examining, that's work. And most of us are just too tired.
That makes us sound like squatters in our own minds.
The text suggests we're more like curators in a museum.
The raiders.
We walk around, we dust the exhibits, we polish the statues, we guard the doors, but we didn't create any of the art.
Which brings us to that next line, and I think this is where the rubber really meets the road. If someone challenges it, why does it feel personal?
The reflex.
I know this feeling. We all do. You're at dinner, you state an opinion, maybe about something trivial, maybe something huge, and someone just says, actually, I think that's wrong.
And what happens in your body?
It's instant. The heat. My face gets hot. My heart rate, it just spikes, I feel.
Cornered.
Yeah. Threatened. But that's the thing I don't get. We're just talking about, I don't know, tax policy, an abstract idea. Why is my body preparing for a fist fight?
Because of the merger.
A merger.
We've merged what I think with what I am.
The software and the hardware.
Precisely. You've confused the program running in your mind with the actual machine. So when someone attacks the program, the belief, the ego registers it as an attack on the machine itself.
A threat to survival.
A threat to survival.
That seems like a glitch. A major design flaw.
It's a very dangerous one because it makes us stupid.
How so?
That fight or flight response, it shuts down your prefrontal cortex, the part of you that can reason, that can listen. You stop being able to examine. You can only defend.
It feels like a wound. That's the only way I can put it.
Yeah.
When someone really challenges a core belief, it feels like they are physically cutting me.
To the ego, they are. If you've lived in that inherited house your whole life and someone says, hey, that beam is rotten, you don't hear helpful advice. You hear an eviction notice.
So I defend the rotten beam. I scream that it's perfect.
Even though deep down you might suspect they're right.
And that leads to the paradox, the line that just stops you cold. If it's not yours, why protect it?
It's such a quiet question, but it flips everything.
It's like, imagine you're at an airport. You're standing next to a stranger's suitcase. Someone comes up and kicks it.
Right. What do you do?
I might say, hey, watch it. But I wouldn't feel hurt. I wouldn't bleed. It's not my bag.
Exactly. You wouldn't throw yourself in front of a stranger's Samsonite. But with our beliefs, these things we inherited, we act as if we are the suitcase.
We're guarding a stranger's luggage like it's our own child.
And think of the energy we burn doing that, defending things we didn't even choose. We are unpaid security guards for our own prisons.
It makes the defensive seem Not strong, but tragic.
It is tragic, and it reveals something uncomfortable about the belief itself, which is what the text says next. If it can be questioned, is it solid?
You know, this part really stumped me at first, because I always thought if I'm defending something with passion, it proves how strong my conviction is.
But that's the illusion. Look at physics. If I question gravity, does gravity get offended?
No, it just works.
It just works. Gravity doesn't need a PR team. Reality is robust. It can handle pressure.
So if I have to protect a belief, if I have to surround it with walls, unfollow people who disagree,
Then the belief is fragile. The defensiveness is the proof of its fragility. You're building a fortress because, subconsciously, it can't survive a direct hit.
we protect what's weak, not what's undeniable.
Precisely. A solid truth. You can hit it with a sledgehammer. It won't break. The panic you feel when a question is asked. That's you admitting you're terrified the wall is hollow.
Back to the house again. We're terrified the roof will cave in.
And we should be. If we just inherited it, we have no idea if it's sound. We're just trusting whoever gave it to us.
My parents said this is true. My party says this is true.
That's not structural engineering. That's faith. And in this context, it's a very fragile faith.
Okay, so here I am. I'm in a house I didn't build. I'm exhausted from guarding it. I'm terrified it's going to fall down.
Pretty good description of the modern condition, yes.
And then the text drops the guillotine. And if letting it go feels dangerous, what are you really defending?
Dangerous. That is the heavy word there.
It is. It's not awkward or embarrassing. It's dangerous. That's the survival word.
Why does changing your mind feel like dying?
I've felt this, realizing I was profoundly wrong about something I'd bet my life on. And the feeling wasn't oops. It was vertigo, like the floor just disappeared.
That is the void.
The void.
If you let go of the inherited identity who is left, if you strip away the politics, the religion, the grievances you were taught, if you take all the furniture out of the house, what remains?
But the terror is that the answer is nothing.
Or no one. That's why it feels dangerous. We defend the inherited identity because it gives us a shape, a sense of being solid.
I am a person who believes X. I am a person who hates Y.
They're coordinates. They tell us where we are on the map.
And if you let them go, you're off the map.
You're in free fall. That sensation of danger is the ego realizing it might just be a story. It's the feeling of ego death.
So when we refuse to listen in an argument,
We're just clutching driftwood in the ocean. It might be rotten. It might be pulling us under. But we won't let go.
all right,
Because we're terrified of the open water.
what are you really defending? That's the question that hangs there.
It forces you to look at the real motivation. Are you defending truth? Or are you defending your own comfort, your belonging?
It's usually the tribe, isn't it? If I change my mind, my family might reject me. My friends won't get it.
So you're defending your safety, not the idea. You are defending what the idea gets you. Connection, certainty.
That makes me feel cowardly.
It makes you human. We are social animals. Isolation is death to the primitive brain, so yes, of course, it feels dangerous.
But the text doesn't offer any comfort there. It doesn't say, it's okay, stay safe.
No. It leaves you staring at the danger.
It doesn't offer a solution. Here's how to build a better house.
No, and that's crucial. If it told you what to build, you'd just be inheriting another blueprint.
So it just leaves you in the rubble.
It leaves you in the pause, the space between letting go and what comes next.
That's a terrifying place to be.
It's the only place you can actually become the architect. You have to stand in that open field in the wind before you can decide what shelter you actually want to build.
If you need one at all.
If you need one at all. Most of us would rather stay inside a burning building than stand in the rain.
The rain feels like non-existence.
But the text suggests the safety of the house is an illusion. If it can be questioned, is it solid? If the house is only standing because you are holding up the walls yourself, terrified. You aren't safe. You are a prisoner.
A prisoner of an identity I didn't even choose.
Exactly. Serving a life sentence for a crime you didn't commit.
And I'm the one guarding the cell door from the inside.
If you stop guarding it.
Then you have to face what's outside. Let's just hear it one more time. With all of this, that opinion, that belief, that identity,
Look at it. Put it on the table.
where did it begin? Did you examine it? Or inherit it?
Be honest. Was it you? Or was it handed to you?
If someone challenges it, why does it feel personal?
Acknowledge the wound. Ask why you're bleeding for an abstraction.
If it can be questioned, Is it solid?
If you're afraid of the question, you already know the answer.
And if letting it go feels dangerous,
Mm.
what are you really defending?
Sit with that, sit with the danger, and ask what you're really protecting. Is it the truth, or is it the cage?
There's no happy ending here, is there?
This isn't about happiness, it's about clarity, it's about seeing the walls.
And realizing you can walk out.
If you did.
That's silence. It's right there.
Yeah.
That's where we leave you. Not with an answer, just the question mark.
Don't rush to fill that space. Just see what remains standing.
You've been listening to The Pause, and we'll be back at 8 a.m. tomorrow.